it really caught all of us off guard. We knew that it was a good project and we were excited about that, but it wasn't until we actually saw the movie and we were like, wow, this came out like really good.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after that it was like, there's potential to like do a part 2, you know? And as that kind of developed and it was kind of more like rumors that there might be a part 2, and, you know, we call each other, but did you ever gonna do part 2? You know, and then all of a sudden one day it was real. And we were like, oh wow, well, you know, let's do it.
I'm in Las Vegas. From the casinos to the clubs, the pools and the strip bars, it's the best place in the world for men and women to get their freak on.
Seek the freak! This man is a legend with the ladies.
I can only imagine.
Oh, baby, you ain't got to imagine. We got this on video. You don't want to see that? Seek the freak is back in town. I don't know that, dude.
Hey everybody, this is LYRISPECT with Real Black, and I am here with the lovely Miss Meagan Good, one of the stars of Think Like a Man 2. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I have a lot of good jokes. Feeling good, good. So the whole crew's back together for a fun reunion. What was it like when you first got back to set? I mean, you knew it was going to happen. You saw the script. Everybody was able to come back on, which is super huge and exciting. What was the energy like, and how did you feel when you knew you were going to come back for this project?
You felt like, you know, like you just got like dropped back in the tank, you know? But it was more fun this time around because you know, the girls got to be with the girls, and the first time it was like the guys with the guys, and then the relationships, and like me and Gabby, Taraji, Regina, we all see each other in passing. Yeah. Me and Lala only really work together, and so this time around it was like the girls had a lot of fun together, and we had scenes with the guys all together as well, and so we just had a good time. It's like a big old family atmosphere.
Yeah, I loved the ensemble work this time around. I mean, it's super, super entertaining and fun and really refreshing, especially for the summer. Like, I really feel like fans are going to flock to this film, and I'm actually going to go see it again with my girls, and we're going to have a blast. So speaking of fun, I feel like I'm not going to speak for you, but one of my favorite parts of the film, without giving it away, was the Poison video. The video within the film. I really love the way that it was done, in that I could tell we were heading towards a music video feel.
Nice.
And then when I saw the credit at the end, was just fantastic. What was one of the best parts, I guess, about shooting a music video?
Oh man, we all want to shoot music videos. We're like, you know, you watch the videos and you're like, oh, I want to do that. It's like fun. But for us, it was like, you know, it was amazing to come to work and not have to learn any lines, not to do anything special. You just got to like show up and dance and like have fun and just kind of, you know, act out. So it was good. It was fun.
Awesome. One of the things in the film, one of the pervasive themes is making your relationship work. You know, withstanding the different trials you have. So Romani Malco plays opposite you in the film. And the issue that you deal with, one of the issues that you're haunted by is his Zeke the Freak reputation. And other couples within the film deal with, you know, the opportunity to advance their career and choosing between love and that. What is your personal take? I mean, whether you think about the arc that your character went through or personal experience, what is it that helps to make a relationship have longevity, especially in 2014?
I mean, I think personally for me, it has to be a God thing. I feel like you have to have God in your relationship. Otherwise, you know, romance comes and goes, and, you know, Michael had said that earlier, that it comes in waves. And, you know, you're going to have seasons. Me and hubby will be 2 years on Monday.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he's a pastor.
Minister, yes. Yes. But it's like, you know, we haven't experienced the wave yet of, you know, we're still very much, we like each other. But, you know, I wouldn't exempt us from having seasons just like anybody else. And I think that, you know, what's really going to be the strong point is knowing that God put us together, knowing that we want the same things out of life, knowing, you know, what our purpose is. We are both very much connected in pursuing that together. And then, you know, marriage becomes bigger than how you feel about each other on any given day. It becomes the pursuit of, you know, what you're called to do in life in general, and your partner, and the person who you're supposed to be a partner to, and the person that makes you a better person, the person you're supposed to make a better person. So I think it becomes about something bigger. And I think, you know, Michael had said earlier, having a friendship, like having a friendship with that person and enjoying them as a human being, even, you know, throughout whatever season will sustain your relationship.
I think you make some excellent points, and it had me thinking about, always thinking about the next generation. I mean, you're very admired by young people and older folk alike. If you had a small tidbit of advice, dating advice for our young people who are hearing all this over-sexualized music on the radio, and I mean, first thing in the morning, it's hyper-violent, it's hypersexual, and it doesn't really reinforce cultivating a relationship. What's like a little piece of advice? I know you talked about being friends first, but like something you could leave with the kids.
I would say to our kids, like, you know, don't be followers. Like, you know, you're queens and kings. Be leaders.
Yeah.
You know, don't follow what the crowd is doing. You know, you don't have to be the cool guy. It's okay to be an original.
Yeah.
It's okay to stand out, and it's okay to not be accepted by everybody because you just don't do what the crowd does.
Yeah.
That's what I would really like to see in this generation is, you know, kids that are willing to rise up and, you know, kind of go against the fray because they are confident in who they're becoming. Absolutely. And they don't need to have to be down with this or do that. And I would say, you know, especially to our young women, you know, respect yourself, love yourself. You know, if you're giving it away to everybody, you know, you're not going to get the guy that you want. You have to really love you. And, you know, a guy, whenever he comes at whatever point in your life that he's supposed to, you know, he's going to respect you for respecting and loving yourself. And he's going to treat you the way that you want to be treated. And if you treat yourself anything less than that, that's how you're going to be treated as well.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, speaking of, this is my little segue into being independent. We know you've done major motion pictures, you've done television with Deception, and you also have done some independent work. Tell me about, not the pros and cons, but some of your favorite things about working in those different realms, in those different realms. And then talk to us a little bit about your interest in independent films and independent media making.
I mean, independent films I always love because there's a different kind of freedom there. And it really is, you know, it's not about the money. It's never big budget. You're never making a lot of money. It's really like, you know, it's a labor of love. You love the project, or you love the character, or you love, like, you know, the world that it lives in, or whatever it may be, or all included. And there's just like a freedom there. Like, you know, you have one person running and grabbing the camera, you got this actor like, hold on, let me get the lampshade, like, you know, and it's just a different kind of environment. There's so much more humility, and I think as an actor, you know, I always have fun on indies because I get to grow and I get to stretch.
Absolutely.
And
your audience gets to see you in a different light.
Absolutely. And that's why I've gotten involved on the producing side of independent, is to create vehicles, you know, for myself, for others, or to create the kind of stories that I want our youth to be able to see and watch.
You have a production company?
Well, right now I'm kind of freelancing, but yes, I do share a production company with my friend Tamara Bass. Nice. It's called Crazy Actress.
Okay.
With a K. Nice. And then I also freelance. I work with another one of my partners' name is Tatari Turner, and so I just, you know, I kind of do whatever I'm passionate about in my own heart. But I want to do films that make a difference to the way that someone sees the world and gives some type of advice without being preachy. You know?
Yeah. I think we definitely need, just speaking on my own behalf, more diversity in what we're seeing today in film across the board. But how would you describe the current state, and what would you like to see more of, even on a major level?
I mean, I love right now that there's this kind of, you know, baby boom of a lot of just like great quality of romantic comedies. I love that, you know, we're really expanding, I feel like, the quality of what we're doing, or rather being allowed in the, you know, the opportunity to expand the quality. But again, that a lot of that is going to, how much more of that happens is going to be determined on people going and supporting this and, you know, supporting other things that come out that are good, or even if it's not that great. The more that you support it, the more we'll be able to grow and create better things and more. I really like, you know, there's kind of another boom happening where, you know, Black art house is becoming a thing, and it's wonderful because, you know, we're getting, you know, an opportunity now to start developing, you know, our Juno or our Monster or our, you know, or our whatever that's original, where you just get to see, you know, a lot more Black faces doing things that aren't necessarily a comedy, aren't necessarily, you know, a dance movie or anything like that. It's starting to broaden dramatically.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm really excited about that, you know, and I definitely want to you know, be on the front lines of like really with art house,
Yeah.
you know, because you get to do anything at that point. It's not about the money. It's about
I feel like
quality.
that's where it's at. I mean, you have Dear White People, Lena Waithe, and then you have Mother of George. Did you?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
And then you have cinematographers like Bradford Young. So I feel like we have all the makings of, you know, the possibilities of like really expanding this art form and bringing it more to the forefront. I'd love to see you be a part of that. I'm sure your fans would as well. Speaking of what your fans would love to know, what projects you're working on, future ambitions.
Yeah. Right now, I'm focusing my energy on. I just directed a music video for Eric Ballinger. Okay. That's coming out next week. We're premiering it on 6. First Lady.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I have a girls group. They're 17, 17, 17, and 19. There's 4 of them. Yes. Powerhouse voices, incredible, you know, can dance their butts off. We're releasing a single at the end of the month. Nice. Our producer is the wonderful Harmony Samuels, who's done a ton of stuff on Chris Brown. He did Ariana's, Ariana Grande's I Love the Way. He just did Michelle Williams' new single. Nice. And Jesus say yes. Shout out to Michelle, it's incredible. You know, I'm really excited to kind of present them to the world because it's right in the pocket of what I was saying with these young girls. You know, I wanted to put out a group that has swag and they're sexy, they do their thing, but they respect themselves and they love themselves and they carry themselves in a way that relates to the kids their age, but gives them a different option of something to look to.
And what's the name of the group?
Phoenix Rose.
Phoenix Rose,
yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you, thank
All
you.
the best to you and your family.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Are we in here right now? Let me do all the talking. No. I'm a season 1 holder of eyes. Have you seen it? No. Exactly, so you don't have the knowledge. Everybody listen up!
Think like a man, too.
It's too deep! I can't swim!
It's like finding Nemo with this dude. Should we help him?
Grab me!
Nah.
What's up? This is your girl Meagan Good, and you're watching Real Black.